Microphone. Sorry for being late. I had daddy duties to take care of, and then I totally forgot to set up the thumbnail and all the information. Before you go live, you got to have everything situated. I'm going to definitely remember to start doing that ahead of time, because that kills like 10-15 minutes just wasting time. Anyway, we are going to, this is the very first Walking Dead after show. We did it for Fear the Walking Dead. It worked really good. A lot of people want to join the actually, you know what, I'm going to change things and put the comments on the screen. While we're doing that, if you're new here, first thing we do is a first impression review, and this, like I said, this is the first time we're doing it for The Walking Dead. And then we are going to be doing a hold on. And then we're going to be doing a live chat, a fan feedback out of the comments section. So if you're only here for the first impression review, just give me 1 minute to get the comments set up on the screen, and we'll get started with that. Let me see why this isn't showing what I'm seeing. What the hell? Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why now. Give me 1 second to fix this. And we'll dive right into it. I just figure maybe I won't talk in this beginning half, because when we set the video live tomorrow, I will go in and fix the video, so that way, yeah, there we go. So that way the first half of the video, there we are. I could slide over. Okay, so that looks nice. All right. Boom. Okay, so mic check, 1 2 1 2. Everyone's getting sup, bro. Everyone's getting a good image and stuff. Oh, I'm hot. I'm freaking hot today. Okay, so this is the very first Walking Dead on this channel live after show. We are going to let me know if any mods are in here. Get any mods in here. Let me know if you're in here. Say what's up. We're also going to be recruiting a couple mods. I want to shout this out first too. Some mods, if you're in the spoiler community and you keep an eye on things, let us know, because we're going to use a few of the spoiler community mods to bang out anyone who's posting spoilers. We're just going to ban them right from the gate, so that way they got to go ahead and create a new name to get back in. But anyway, let's dive right into this. So we're going to go into the first impression review right now, and then after 15 minutes or so, we'll end it, and then we'll go into the fan feedback. That's the questions from you guys, all your comments from you all. Now, first off, I liked it. I see a ton of people saying it's boring, so bad, terrible, awful. I liked it. Listen, here's the thing. There's a couple parts I'm not sure of yet. I might end up hating it. One, yes, it is the flash forward / hallucination scene. I think they're playing it really well, because at this time, I'm not confident it's a hallucination. I am not confident it's an actual flash forward. They do some, like for comic book fans, they do some tricky things. Instead of straight up calling it a fair, in the comic they called it a fair. In this, they called it a celebration, or whatever they said. You guys know. They called it a different word, which leads me to believe, okay, the cane, the hair, the look, using a different word, they could get away with this being a hallucination. Think about it. If Judith dies, this would fit perfectly with Judith's death. And they highlighted, like Karl walked right by, right? In and out. But Judith ran up to him. That shows time has passed, which could be another hint that this is an actual flash forward to after the war. Which, if you think about how they're breaking it down, if they're doing the entire war kind of like this, where we're bouncing around with different timelines, it makes sense later on. The whole story will make sense. If they do this for one episode, I agree with you. I'd be like, what? But if they continue this for a majority of the episodes, by the end of it, you'll start piecing it together, because think about it as if Rick is, Rick is alive when Old Man Rick, he's alive in that present time. The war and everything like that is just a blurry mess at some points. Other points it is real crystal clear, and he remembers big portions of events and stuff like that. Not saying that that's how we're seeing it, but that's kind of the theme, or at least it feels like that's the theme they're going with right now as far as how it is separating stuff. I see a lot of people saying comments. I'm gonna say this straight up, that listen, I agree with you. It feels like a shit ton of comments, but there's no more comments. We are making that up. Like, we are, and it's the comments when they're placed in the show. It's placed at moments where they suck us in and we don't want to cut for a break. There's no more comments. A normal episode is 44 minutes on average, so that's 16 minutes of, did I do that right? Yes, I did. That's 16 minutes of commercials. This episode had, someone said 19 minutes. There was a few extra minutes of show. I think there was like, what, 5 extra minutes of show? So the commercials balance out. It's just the way it is. It's on TV. It's not on Netflix. You know, so I will say that's not true. We didn't get more commercials. Yeah, Joe Cool. No playing around. Anyone putting anything on the chat just trying to, I don't know, real stupid shit. Don't go like all Nazi in the comments section, but if someone's just putting really dumb, you know, insane, vulgar shit especially, just block them, time them out, keep timing them out until they get bored here. All right, moving on to back to the episode. I enjoyed it overall, and as far as the timeline, that's how I'm viewing it. That's how I'm seeing it. But there's some areas I don't know about yet. That's why I'm holding off. If we come back in episode 2 and they don't play with time at all, and they don't kind of circle back around and touch on the structure in episode 1, I will kind of be like, oh, what was the point, you know? I get the point of skipping, putting metal on the cars, you know, getting bullets, scavenging this, luring the herd. I don't want to see that. I don't care. I spit too. That's how much I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that. I don't care about that. We know it's coming. They talked about it in season 7. So for me, skipping that, bouncing around, it was fine. And I'll say this right now. Forbes, that guy had to have been stoned to be so confused with this timeline. I get it. There's moments where you're like, when does this happen? But all you got to do is start piecing the clues together. Rick with his list. You find the moment where none of it's crossed off, and then later on, you know, this is crossed off, 3 things are crossed off. You can start piecing the timeline together. Gabriel, he was at the end speech, but he was captured when they attacked the sanctuary. Hence, that end speech actually came before the thing. You know, I'm sure plenty of you guys picked up on that, and I'm not going to get every timeline right off the bat. I'm going to have to rewatch it and go, okay, I see this playing out this way and this happening here. I get it, you know? Anyway, let me see. I wrote a couple things on my notepad. I'm definitely going to try to write more on my notes because I only put a couple scribbles. But the opener is iffy. I wrote that right from the gate because it opens up with Rick kind of looking like a mess as if he was captured. Come on, we already saw it in the trailer. Rick's going to get captured sometime throughout the season or in the next coming episodes. And it could be him hallucinating because we see him, eyes red, all beat up, worn out, just, you know, haven't slept, starving, thirsty, you name it. That's how he looks. And then they show the flash forwards, they show the flashbacks and kind of what led up to meeting at the hilltop and stuff like that, and then going over to the sanctuary. So the opener was a little bit iffy, and I like how it's either or, flashback or hallucination. I think that is probably my favorite element right off the top of my head, or the one that sticks with me the most. Next up, Karl and Rick, that parallel. I see a lot of people saying, and we covered this, so I'm going to breeze over this. Go back and watch my video saying 1 to 100 explained or breakdown. It's the scene where Karl walks down and he gets on the ground and he sees the guy talking, he sees his feet. They parallel that with Rick's movements from season 1. I believe that's the very opening scene in the entire season, and that's what I thought they were going to open this season with. I really did, because it only makes sense. And I kind of wish they did. Like, it wouldn't hurt if you switched those around. It really wouldn't hurt the flow of things at all. Anyway, so I like that parallel. And it was funny, the guy, did you hear him? He said someone threw a microwave at him. But here's the thing. The Karl and Rick scene, I can suspend disbelief because they're giving us that homage to they're paying respects. They're paying homage to the very first episode of the series. This is the 100th episode. They did something that paid respects to the first episode. And yes, it's unbelievable that Karl would find a place that's identical to the one his father walked through. And he does the identical movements, the ribs on the ground, the hat off, and then he turns around, pulls his gun on somebody. But I can suspend disbelief for that, just for that moment paying homage. I like that back and forth with Karl and Rick, even that little bit. You don't have this dickish son, like this attitude. He's not dealing with this, but he comes off with a great, what's the word? His dad is like, we're not taking any chances, and Karl's still clinging to that humanity, and it reminded me of Glenn. Glenn's gone. Glenn was the one arguing we need to release the guy out of the container, and back in season 5. That's who we're still that person. That's who we still are. And then Karl was like, listen, hope's not enough, Dad. The dude's starving to death. Hope isn't going to feed him. Hope isn't going to give him water. Hope just isn't enough. So I like that back and forth with Rick and Karl, and I hope we see more of that. Not, conflict and the little kid bitching and being a little dick. Not that. But just Karl maturing and showing his age and having his opinion, and an opinion that we can get behind, All right, so next up, taking out the lookouts. I love that aspect. And I kind of pictured it like this. Negan is putting his crew together, right? And then the good guys, they want to travel and they want to hit Negan without anyone telling them, without his lookout crew. And that's where they screwed up the last time in season 6 with the roadblocks. Again, peep that. They want to travel, and they didn't highlight this as big as I thought they would. I really thought this would be a great opportunity to show Rick's growth. Rick, he underestimated Negan before when they tried to take Maggie to the hilltop. Roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. But now they want to travel to attack the sanctuary, and they're taking out the lookouts along the way. Absolutely love that shit. Even though it wasn't, high quality action and going intense, I really, really dig that. And then Rick kills that one guy who's talking shit, and he chops the cord. While I was watching that, I'm thinking, Rick, just push him a little bit. Push him a little tiny bit into the zombie and let him get eaten up. Anyway, we have Stand with Maggie. This is a scene from the comic book that I think they actually improved going into the TV show. In the comic book, when Negan brought Gregory out, and Gregory says, you know what, if you don't stand down and stand with Negan, you're not going to have a home to go back to. I don't know why I didn't think of this in the comic book, but in my head I thought, wait a minute, why don't they just go to Alexandria? Rick could have been like, don't worry guys, you can come to us. You can come to Alexandria, you can go to the kingdom, you can go wherever you want. You got open gate. You fight with us, you stay with us. But on the TV show, they circumvented that whole little bit of a plot hole or loophole. In a comic, there was like 5 people left, and Negan was like, in this part, I'm like, oh, they didn't do it. Negan was like, okay, I can tell when I screwed up and when I made a mistake, and that didn't work. It was a really funny scene in the comic, but in the show, no one left. And then Jesus was like, we stand with Maggie. Love that moment. Love that moment. And I like how Gavin, you peep it, Gavin was probably one of the very few saviors who showed a little bit of heart. And Gavin was like, can we just get a timeout here, guys? Both of you put your egos in check and maybe we could talk through this. Negan snaps back like, no. There's going to be, or there's most likely will be something interesting happening with Gavin. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Gavin either survives and becomes one of the good guys and redeems himself, or at least a little bit, or survives through the war, becomes a good guy, has a redemption story, but dies in like a sad kind of way, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens with Gavin. Something's going to happen with Gavin. I'm really interested in seeing that play out. Rick going, Negan, are you really going to make me count? Back in episode 1 of season 7, Negan was going to tell Rick he's got to chop off Karl's hand. And he's like, oh, come on, Rick, you really going to make me count? Love that. And then he starts counting, and I zoned out. I was waiting for him to get to like 3, 2, 1, maybe something else would happen, and Negan would be like, okay, Rick, hold on, we'll take this a different direction. He's like 7, 8, and he just starts bucking at Negan. Love that shit, because Rick ain't playing around. He's being a beast. And then Rick picks up the Polaroid and snaps the Polaroid after he has Negan pinned down. Now, in real life, I had a Polaroid. I love Polaroid cameras. I don't think it would take a clear picture at all at that distance. You would get this little bitty in rubble. So I'm going to scream at them if they show a picture later on, like if they wound Negan or capture Negan or anything, if they get close to Negan and they show him the picture of the Polaroid, which, mark my words right now, that Polaroid will be shown to Negan later on. When he's defeated, Rick is going to show him that Polaroid. And I will be pissed if it's an up-close image of Negan ducking for cover. You're not going to be able to see him. The clarity on that at that distance is not going to make it. Anyway, we have Rick hurt. Oh, I think I put Negan hurt. Negan was limping a little bit. Maybe he caught a ricochet. That's most likely what it's going to be. But I did want to put this in here just in case it was going to be something worse than a simple ricochet. But I think that is all it is. Negan and Father Gabriel did look like they were trapped in a building that was actually self-contained and outside of the rest of the factory. I'd be surprised, maybe because, factories, certain kind of styles, I don't know. Up north where I live, basements and stuff like that, it's very commonplace. But down south, you don't see any basements. People tell me down here they don't make basements, which is shocking to me. Like in the houses and the apartments, you just don't have basements. That's so weird. Anyhow, if there's a basement area, then okay. I feel foolish. They could probably just go down and connect with the rest of the factory. However, if there's no basement, because they are supposed to take place in Virginia-ish, so if there's no basement, maybe Negan and Father Gabriel are going to be trapped in there for a little bit. I think Greg Nicotero said it's going to be like a bit of a confessional, which is interesting, which means we're going to see them having a moment, chit-chatting for a little bit. I really like that idea. And comic book fans, think about Negan trapped with some other recent character, and think about if they're going to do something where it parallels the scene, Negan with Father Gabriel, and then in the comic later on, where they're already touching base with it, the new beginning, you have Negan trapped with somebody else. Just think about that for a moment. Are they going to remix it? Do they really know a different direction they're going to take the show, and they're already starting to remix stuff? And another big thing to be aware of, there's a lot of filming in episode 1 that's also going to spill over into other episodes. They made a point to talk about this during an interview with TV Guide magazine. Does that even make sense? There's no magazine, it's just TV Guide. Anyhow, TV Guide said they're filming scenes in episode 1 that will be in episode 2 and possibly in episode 3, or definitely, I forget. Which means we might be seeing this chopped up timeline, a lot going on, scattered like crazy for 3 episodes in a row. We might see Negan still trapped in episode 3 or episode 4, depending on where they bounce around. Now, one other reason why I do enjoy an episode like this, I love some of the bits of humor, even in the action, and I think the humor isn't over the top. The humor, in my opinion, was just perfection. The Polaroid, Rick saying he's going to count and then bucking off before he even gets to counting anywhere close to halfway done with counting. Stuff like that. I think that the comedy really hits its mark. I'm fine with it bouncing around as long as when they complete it, in its completion, it makes sense and it's not so jumbled. When you watch one episode, it's a jumbled mess. When you watch 2 episodes, it starts connecting some of them and it starts making more sense. 3, 4 episodes, they circle back around somewhere along the line. Maybe they do this throughout the first half. Maybe it circles back around and then the whole thing starts making more sense. But one of the biggest reasons why I'm more open to structure like this is because if they make it work overall, I could go back and rewatch it, because now I'm interested in going back and rewatching it because I'm not quite sure 100% if I caught everything and when it was taking place, and it feels fresh since it's all scattered. You get what I mean? Anyhow, we are going to, I see a few super chats. We're going to get to the super chats first, but I'm almost done with my overall thoughts and opinions. This is where I'm stuck with this episode. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. There's a lot I did enjoy. There's a lot riding on the the connection between the other episodes, which is going to be the ultimate determination of how much I enjoy this. If skipping the timelines fails for whatever reason for the next coming episodes, my love for this episode will drop dramatically, you know, and this is why it gets tricky trying to judge it now. Right now I enjoyed it, and I'm you know, moving ahead positive. However, if down the line it just stumbles, my review for this will change. My review stands, but my points at the end of the day for this episode, how much I enjoy it overall, it's gonna change, and that all depends on if they connect this, figure out a name for it, the blended timeline, the butchered timeline, let's call it that. I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's just a fun way to put it. So if they don't blend, if they don't connect the butchered timeline in an interesting way overall, then my love for this episode will definitely drop. Okay. I'm hoping I caught everything. That is all of my thoughts and opinions for my first impression review. We're going to dive into the fan feedback from you guys right now. If you have something you want to direct towards me, we ran about a good 15 minutes, I'll say, so that's what's up. If you guys want to direct something towards me, go ahead and put Q&A, very first thing in your comment. As I'm scrolling down, I'll try to read as many comments as I can, but I will primarily look for those Q&A. First thing in a comment, Q&A, and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ronnie, you're awesome, but you're also dick. Write whatever you want. Anyway, what else? There was something I wanted to touch on. Okay, so for those new here, that's it for the first impression review. You can bounce if you don't want to hang around for the next 40 minutes or so. We're going to sit around and chit-chat about this episode. If you want to go, hang on a second. I want to let you know, if you're new here, what else is coming. We have a live reaction. They're going to be small. They're only going to be like maybe a minute, 2-minute reaction videos, just where I'm taking the best parts and popping them in a video. I don't even know if I'm going to be pulling clips from the show. I'm just going to be putting some of the best parts and then putting it out. And then in a day or two, I'm going to have the in-depth review. Sometimes if it takes a while, it might take 2 days. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm sorry, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Either of the days, you'll get my in-depth review for this episode. And then I'll also extract this first impression review that I just did, and I'll put that in its own separate video for those who just want to watch that. We do that with Fear. People seem to like it. They don't want to come to the big video, so they have a little video to go to. So we're also kickstarting the explain videos. I just made one and posted it before this video, so if you're bouncing, you can go watch that 5-minute video. I had a ton of fun doing it. That video is a perfect example of how time consuming they are. That video took 1 full day to create that, I believe. And when I say day, I mean like a working day. I believe I was working on that for like 9 hours, maybe 10 hours, putting that together. So because there's a lot of time consuming stuff going into it. So check that video out. And we're also starting the comic cover series soon. So thank you very much. Peace out. Let's dive into the fan feedback. I see something. Tonight's show was garbage. Yeah, I see. I might be in the minority then who liked it. And again, it's gonna change if they don't do this good with the butchered timeline. It might not work out so good. So let's get over to the comments. Spin. Hit that like button. Yes, please hit that like button. Tell everyone you're watching the after show with Ronnie Hayes. Please, I beg of you. I'm skipping the next 7 episodes of The Walking Dead because college. We'll watch in December though. I might drop it for a live stream or two though. Ronnie, can you do a quick summary of the episode? No. If you didn't watch it, I'm not going to summarize it. Besides this episode, way too complicated because a lot of little shit that would never make a summary was in the episode. They attacked the sanctuary and they surrounded it with walkers. That's it. And they hit a few outposts. That's it. See what I mean though? You're like, oh, that's it. But there's a lot of really tiny stuff in there. Negan shot, question mark. I think it's just Ricochet. Sorry, late to the live stream. Downfalls of not having cable. I gotta watch online till I get it on Amazon. I know what you mean by that. The Walking Dead is a badass show, I must say. Wow, it's got heart. Awesome episode number 1. Tonight's episode was garbage. Q&A. Hey, Ronnie, what do you think Rick meant when he said, my mercy prevailed over my wrath? I believe that's going to be coming up with what he dealt with. But just based off of that, I don't remember that in the show before. That specific quote. I don't remember every single quote that's in the show, but that doesn't, off the top of my head, it doesn't ring true to anything. I would have to say, my mercy, either someone tells him that, or he comes up with that on his own. I feel like someone tells him that, but obviously the quote in itself is self-explanatory. His mercy, letting someone live, prevailed, won over his wrath, his desire to seek revenge, his need to kill somebody. Negan pops to mind right away. His mercy, would he really have mercy for Negan? That's a whole mixed ball. Morgan could be dead right there. Morgan talks a lot of the wisdom quotes. Morgan might not even be dead. Morgan might even be wounded. Morgan might even have told Rick something that really, I don't know. In my mind, listen, you remember back in season 5 or 6, where Rick went to shoot one of the Kingdom guys thinking he was a savior and Morgan stopped him? I would love for that to come back into play. It's Daniel, the character Daniel. If something happens where that gets brought up again, Morgan's with the Kingdom people, he's losing his shit. If anyone, I don't know, if Daniel brings that up, it'll click with Morgan, or maybe it clicks with Morgan, that if Morgan didn't save him in that moment, because he did, he stopped Rick from shooting him, right? Didn't he? If Morgan didn't do that, Daniel could be dead right now. Daniel's one of the good guys. So it's as if it doesn't really fit his mercy over his wrath, per se, but Rick has a habit right now of, kill them, they could be with the bad guys. Then again, he let that one guy live in the beginning, so I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down below, but I think it's a quote he's going to hear from somebody. Do you think that the ending of All Out War will be changed slightly? Yes, I think it has to. It has to. It is not a powerful ending for TV, and I think that's why they're bringing, if it is a flash forward, it's because that is a powerful ending. That is a powerful, rewarding, boom ending. The end of All Out War it's a limp dick ending. Works in a comic book because you wait 30 days and you can continue the story and go, holy shit. For a TV show, ends and it's off air for 8 months, fans would riot. It's that underwhelming. All right. Do you think... here we go. Hey, Ronnie, could I please be a mod? It's Aiden. Yabbers, I'm going to put you down. We're going to check you out, and by next live stream, you'll probably be a mod. Bum, bum, bum. Anyone else? Keep in mind, I'm saying anyone else, please understand, like, we're looking into you. I had one person be like, Ronnie, make me a mod. And then we looked into their activity, and they were like, Ronnie's a dick. I think he's an asshole. He talks like he's a jerk. He talks like he knows it all. Like, constantly. And I'm thinking, like, bro, did you not know we would look into that and see that you're writing all this shit? And yes, I do talk like I know it all because I feel like you guys want to hear someone who's confident, not like, I think, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. No, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Fuck it, I'm wrong a lot. The more I talk, the more possibility I have of being wrong once in a while. Big deal. Hey, Ronnie, why did you use up so much ammo on shooting out the windows? Maybe he was hoping they were fans of Die Hard and they weren't wearing their shoes. Other than that, I think they were just making noise, wasting weapons, hoping maybe people got hurt with the glass. I don't think they needed to do all that. Maybe there's something we don't know about yet. I don't know. Come on. You guys see it, right? It just moved, and now I'm like, where is it? All right, we're just going to take it from here. Let's see. Maybe I can find that again. No, we'll just start here. Cooper, why the fuck did they waste so many bullets? Ronnie, I absolutely loved the episode and honestly wanted more. I wish it would have been a 2-hour premiere, but I still loved it. It was a dream sequence, I hope. It might be a dream sequence. Charmander says, Ronnie, when Michonne told Karl this is your show, was she referring to how Karl will one day become star of The Walking Dead? Nope. But it doesn't matter because people still say that Beth, a character that knows nothing, somehow cosmically controls the universe of The Walking Dead, and Daryl will be the last man standing because Beth said so. Fuck out of here. No, that's a thing in the comic book. In the comic book, it was the same way. Karl's younger, so it's important that he's having that growth, that maturity. And, Andrea was just beat up and bruised up. Same thing as Michonne. She just got her ass kicked. And she didn't, she got her ass kicked, but she still won. And she was like, listen, it's your show. Before that, they cut out a really good moment, because in the comic book, Rick was like, Michonne, look after Karl and everything. And then when he went to Karl, he was like, take care of Andrea. And then, well, you know what I mean. Take care of Andrea. And then they gave each other the look-see. Anyway, whatever. I butchered that. I did not look at the... Hold on, I'm sorry. I did not go to the Super Chats, and I promised I would. Wisdom Fall. They really need to work on them untimely ads. Yes, unfortunately, they do control when the ads play, and I do think they put the ads at the worst moments. They put the ads in the moments where it's like, we need to see what's happened next. Perfect example, when Rosita goes to kill Negan and the bullet hits the wood. It's a perfect moment if you're trying to hide the stunt, but it's a terrible moment to put a commercial because it clearly looks like you're trying to hide the stunt. Godzilla 2472. Am I the only one who was disappointed that it was Simon who pushed Gregory off instead of Negan? No, I'm fine, because think about it. Simon's been dealing with Gregory, so it fits. Simon is an underboss, so he's got to answer up to Negan. For me, it fit. And again, he asked, here's an even better question. Why did they waste so much ammo getting Negan's attention to come outside? Oh, outside, I didn't have a problem with that, because it was like, we need to make something loud so he takes us seriously. Having a gunshot or two would be like, but the one where they wasted a lot of ammo, in my opinion, would be the end where they just shot all the windows. And then we have Godzilla again. All they needed was Rick to shoot 2 rounds. Yeah, they could have just had him shoot 2 rounds, but I think that wasn't so bad as the end where they shot so many. All right. Taylor Ryder. Ronnie, ever thought about bringing some fans of MAP and The Walking Dead to discuss the episode with you? I'd love to do it, and I think everyone else would too. No, not for the live after show, but absolutely for Google Hangouts. And that was one thing I was watching other YouTubers do. There's a YouTuber, I believe it's Your Movie Sucks. He does that with his Patreon, and he brings on people with Google Hangouts. So yes and no. For the live show, not yet. But for the Google Hangouts, doing a live stream and discussing, maybe even during the break, when it's, because I would hate to have a live show that's scheduled and then we have someone come on and it just falls apart. Maybe someone comes on and gets nervous, or someone comes on and maybe it's a terrible stream, because listen, the more people we get on, we're going to get some really good people who can talk and who get it out there, but once in a while, we're going to get some duds. It's just going to happen, and that can turn sour quick in the comment section. So I think it would help to see where we stand doing it in the break. You guys feel me or no? I think that would be pretty. I think it's fair. Fair is the word I'm looking for. Guy in beginning is Sadiq. Yeah, I'm almost positive. It has to be. I don't confirm. Even like right now, I'm like 95%. I refuse to say it is Sadiq. It is Sadiq until I have proof. Once proof is out there, I will be comfortable saying yes, it's Sadiq. But it has to be. It just has to be. But Father Gabriel should have left. Yeah, he should have. He should have. Damn friggin' Gregory. Piece of turd crap. Alright. Not enough death this season, question mark. I have no idea. It's only the first episode. I wouldn't want anyone to die in this episode. It doesn't fit. Hirani, huge fan, but what did you think will happen next episode? I'm not going to touch on that here. At the end of the live stream, we'll run through probably a little prediction, and I might be uploading prediction videos, but they're going to be short and concentrated. I think, prediction videos is the easiest way to pull people to the channel and to grow the channel, but it also causes a lot of issues. I noticed when we stopped doing prediction videos, a lot of the spoiler stuff just got so much better. So we might be doing mini predictions where I just get to the point and get out of there and do its own separate video with that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Godzilla hooking it up with the super chat support. Also, why the fuck did Negan go back outside to hide behind some rubble? He was perfectly safe inside the sanctuary. They only did that so he would be with Gabriel. Yeah, that I don't understand. He did get away for a moment, didn't he? So why did he come back outside? Because didn't he run inside to get away from the gunfire and then come back outside? As far as I'm concerned, that inside was the inside. That's something I got to go back and rewatch to figure out, definitely. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Charmander, do you watch the show live or record it? I watch it live. Does anybody in the show know what is the date now? Yeah, I don't really follow the date. As much time has passed since the beginning of the apocalypse. I wonder, it's right, what, about 2 years, 2.5 years? Well, why would Rick shoot me, Ronnie? I fed his kid spaghetti. Because you're a prick. Hey, Ronnie, can I pretty please be a mod? Paige, Leslie? Yeah, we will... if you're cleared, you're cleared. You'll be good to go next weekend. You'll be all straight. So I'll see you here next Sunday. Show up on time. I'm just teasing. Reptilian Queen. What the heck was up with that? I'm wasting so many bullets. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Ronnie, did you find it funny when Simon pushed Gregory? Oh, yeah. Foreshadowing the season finale. All right. Lonnie, was the future sequence real or a dream? We don't know yet. I'm not confident on... It could be either one at this point, I feel. Ronnie, why did Morgan waste all the bombs just to blow up one car from the beginning of the episode? Waste all the bombs. Morgan didn't waste all the bombs. They all set that up. Yeah, they all set that up. Morgan was killing the walker so that way the walker didn't set off the bombs. And it wasn't one car. There was a whole line of cars. Unless, am I thinking of a different scene? I might be thinking of something different. I'm never getting that right. Ronnie, did they waste so many bullets? Yeah, I have no idea. Guys, on the bullets, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it, but other than drawing attention, I don't know. It's probably to draw attention, I guess. Shooting out the windows. Yeah, everyone's asking about the windows. I have no idea, guys. No idea. Why were they shooting the windows? Again, when the guy with Tara don't know all the side character names says Win and Tara says nice working with you, they just come to help for a minute and leave. Haha, sorry if I missed it. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't know if there's a question there, is there? I might just be reading that wrong. Ronnie, do you think Eugene will beg Rick to return? I think there's going to be a moment, but I don't think it's necessarily going to come to begging, but I think it will be a back and forth, definitely. There might even be Negan or Eugene saying, listen, Rick, I want to help. I want to pull my weight. I want to be respected here, and I want to yada, 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 along the lines of that. Do you think that Rick was dying in front of the stained glass cross and old man Rick is hallucination of what could happen? I think that's a possibility, or it's a mislead, and that's what they want us to think. Ronnie, why did Rick take a blurry, faraway picture of Negan? Yeah, I talked about that in the review. I have no idea. He wouldn't be able to see it, so. And then we have, what's your name? Q Oaken, is that right? Q Oaken, you want to be a mod? Yep, we'll see you here next weekend as long as everything checks out. Does Karl know what racism is? Yes, I think pretty much everyone knows what racism is. Not enough Negan this episode. Maybe I'm just a new dog fan. Neeg dog fan. Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, there was as much as there needed to be, I thought. Weren't they, saviors and survivors, too close in the encounter, whereas in the comic, Negan was far away? Yeah, that's one thing. Great point. Absolutely great point. In the comic, it was more believable that no one shot him because Rick had a pistol, for example. So the chances that his bullet would reach Negan because he was so far away, it wouldn't have worked. So even shooting him, even with an assault rifle, I mean, it's not a sniper rifle. So your likelihood of hitting him isn't as great as now. It seemed like Rick could have shot him at any time. Any one of them. While Rick had him entertained, they could have had a sniper with a rifle. At least try. Who cares? You're going to war anyhow. What does it matter if you try to shoot him? So that was a bit of a stretch for me. But good point, because I forgot to mention that. What do we got here? Let's scroll down, see if we have any more Q&As. I want to get to the fresh. Yeah, we're fresh right now, so let's try to stay fresh here. All right, did you see the video AMC uploaded of Negan being under attack? It would have been cool to see the show. Yeah, I saw that. Who's your favorite character? I'm Team Papa Negan. Rick is mine. When do you think the trash people will come back? Any episode now. Definitely, definitely. Why the fuck doesn't Gabriel shoot Negan anyway? He has a gun. Negan doesn't. So many stupid moments. I thought he was out of bullets, though. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that. If he's not out of bullets, there's something wrong there, because he could have just blasted him. Negan has a bat. Dude Guys wants to be a mod. Let me write that down. I think you should pretty much clear, because I recognize your name. Dude Guys. Like the structure of this episode. Yes, we have to think. I like it. If you look at the past episodes, he's having Hilltop Graves the same way. Do you think Karl can take over? No. No. The show? Not at all. What's with Dwight shooting an arrow at Daryl? They were trading messages. Do you think Karl can take over? No. Ronnie, you the man. Thanks. Thank you. It's funny because didn't it look like Daryl shot Dwight's tire or somebody's tire? And however, later on we saw two guys on top and then Dwight down there. So I'm like, man, that's kind of risky trading messages like that. I wanted to shove that Twizzler down Tara's throat. God, I hope she dies ASAP. Ouch, that's rough. That is rough, bro. Godzilla with another super chat. He's hooking it up. He's supported Matt right now for the rest of the week. Expect more videos. I much preferred Negan saying the shitting pants speech to Dwight. I did too. Inside with annoyed look on his face and saying it to Gabriel Happy. I did too. There's some moments that fall apart or don't don't match the comic. There's some moments that are better than the comic. There's some moments that are equal. Ben and Billy, Lizzie, Mika, in my opinion, those moments are equal. They're great in the comic. It's great on the show. However, Negan saying the shitting your pants, it fit better with Dwight, I felt. And the delivery, too, being annoyed, I thought it was better. So I agree with you there. Santino does stuff. You want to be mod, too. Mods. Santino, did I get that right? Santino does hookers. Okay, got it. Yeah, holy crap, Ronnie skipped a ton of questions right now. I can't handle that. I can't handle that. I can't control that. If you see me scroll down and it just skips a shitload, I'm not going to go back and hunt. I can't. Because once I start doing that, you guys yell at me, so I just keep it moving. And the reason why it skips so many, YouTube has a really messed up way to do it. You can only scroll a little bit, and if you have a lot of questions, it'll force you to skip them. I don't know when they're going to fix that, but thanks for answering my question. Not a problem. Ooh, who got deleted? Was hoping for Rick to say, Negan, show yourself like the comic. Oh, that must have got blocked by accident. That doesn't seem bad. Let's go down here. Rick wanted to hit Negan. Does Gregory go back to the hilltop? What's his play either way? Yeah, he has nowhere else to go. What do you think will happen to Father Abe? At this point in time, I think it's smartest if Negan keeps him alive and uses him for leverage at this point. Ronnie, do you think there will be a battle at Alexandria again? I'm worried there won't be, only because people live there. So I think they're going to take the battle somewhere else. I think they'll have a confrontation there, but the main battle that took place in the comic at Alexandria might be somewhere else. Or at least that's what I'm worried about. Super chat. Was Rick at the hilltop in the field? I was one. Rick say a small dick like... Oh yeah, I wrote that down. I forgot to get to it. In the new video I uploaded previously, I talked about a scene where a lot of fans wanted to see it at the end of last season, where it should have been, where Negan was like, we're the big swinging dicks of the world. We're going to swing harder and faster until we take off like a helicopter and blow all these motherfuckers away. In the show, it was removed, and he just said, we're going to war. But I think there might be room for him to include it now that they've been attacked, except take the war part out. They already did that. And then just have him say that. And then if you want to end it there, or if you want to continue it with his people looking confused, and then Negan being like, we're going to kill them all, something like that. But they could just end it there and still get the words in at least. Joff, he didn't put Q&A, but I saw this real quick, and I want to put this in here. He said, you know what this episode lacked? Scale. Yes, I totally forgot to mention it during the review, but this is definitely a criticism I stand behind. It's hard to get the scope and scale of things. You could get the scope and scale of things sometimes afterwards where they pan out a little bit. It's still kind of iffy, like where's everything at with the factory wise. But when they ram the bus, the RV, oh, it's another thing I didn't even mention. It's not like review stuff, but it's stuff I loved. How the RV was badass, because Rick, remember in season 6 where they shot through the RV, or Rick shot the guy. Oh, no, the wolf walked in and shot the RV in the front where the engine is, and the RV didn't start, so they put metal all around where the engine is. I love that, little stuff like that. But they took the RV, and also because they rammed it through the frickin' building. So they took the RV and rammed it through the building, and you can clearly tell it goes black. They do the explosion, but we don't see any of this. Yes, those moments, it was hard to get a scale of things because they can't do it, I'm assuming, budget-wise. So what they do is they just show us some of the aftermath, you know? So, yeah, it was hard to get the scale of it, but I don't think it, you know, it lacked it, but I don't think it ruined it. Ronnie, do you think there will be a battle? Oh, we already did that. Let's scroll down. Do you think Gabriel's going to take Holly's place from the comics, including his possible death? No, it's impossible. Fear the Walking Dead already did it. Plus, Gimple came out and said they changed Sasha. Instead of having a Holly death, they had her with the coffin the way it was because Fear the Walking Dead did it, which makes me hate Fear the Walking Dead even more in that moment. You know, you can't hate a show, well, unless you hate the show. You know what I mean? But yeah, they never should have did that on Fear. Fuck that. Was Rick looking at the hilltop in the field? I don't know what you're talking about. Also, I want a line where the hilltop in the field, where Negan says, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Which scene? The one where he was like all dazed and stuff? Do you think AMC is still censoring violence? During the scene where Rick lets the walker eat that dickhead savior, we saw nothing. Maybe a case of less is more. I noticed it too, but it was so small. It was just kind of like and then I just kept it moving. So I would say in a way, but they might have... In a way, it's possible. I really wouldn't pick that one as, you know, a piece to show off, because just the idea that Rick let the walker on him, focusing on Rick and his annoyance there, I think that's more important than the gore in that moment. Lobster bin. Any thoughts on Jesus' lobster bin? He likes lobster. Is that what it was? Tactically a bad strategy. The Saviors had the high ground. High ground, true, but if there's no if you know or you believe there's not going to be a gunfight, it doesn't matter. You know, it really just doesn't matter unless I'm missing something. The high ground's only mostly beneficial for a gunfight, you know, or maybe if you're a Jedi. Rate this episode. Why isn't everyone left in the apocalypse left wearing Kevlar? There are 1 million Kevlar vests in the United States. I have no idea. Hey Ronnie, do you think we will get a remix version of Negan and Jesus fight? And I can see, hey, can I become a mod? That would be awesome. All right, I'll see you back here next Sunday as long as everything checks out. And as far as a remix of their fight, I hope so. Negan isn't a big bulking beast. Jesus was bulkier in the comic too, so it was sort of an even match with his skill. In the show, I think they're a little bit better matched, better believable. So I don't see any reason why they should take that out, except for they already did the scene, keep in mind, right? They already did that moment, so they'd have to remix it. Do you think the picture will be in someone's cell in season 9? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ronnie, Rick has just told Negan he's going to die so many times. How will it just... I must have... Everyone keeps asking me this, and my opinion will not change. I did a whole video on it. I talk every other video. I talk about this. It's the idea of law and order. That's it. Like, my opinion, it's not Morgan. It's not Morgan dying. Wait, let me rephrase, because I get a couple comments. Oh, you're a dick, you know everything. I strongly believe it doesn't have to be Morgan dying. It could be. It's a good way to send a powerful message for Morgan to die this season and connect it to it. It doesn't have to be the, oh look, Morgan died, so don't kill Negan, life is precious. I don't believe that at all. I believe it could touch it, but I believe the most important thing is law and order. It brings the communities together and kicks off the communities united for later on. It is the only thing that does that. Law and order does that. You can say, hey, let's work together later on. Let's defeat Negan and work together later on. Without law and order, it all falls apart, because then whoever's running the Saviors, or whoever's an underboss of the Saviors, or a citizen of the Saviors, can go and do whatever they want. They can go over and rob people on the roads. They can rob They can rob someone from the Kingdom, the Hilltop, Alexandria. They can kill people. They can do whatever they want. They can, oh, Negan's gone. Let's start raping bitches. They could do whatever they want. If you have law and order, it is it's the most important connective tissue, ending this war and kicking off the unity between the communities. And I feel that is the best thing to focus on, and it's the most realistic reason to not kill Negan, to show a greater example with him. We defeated him. He's now going to stand trial. He's going to be convicted, and he's going to go to prison for the rest of his life. And they keep him alive instead of executing him for his crimes, as a show of law and order. He is the example of that law and order that they set, I hope you like that explanation, because I probably won't go through that again. Godzilla, we're the big swinging dick of this world, have been for a long time, but it seems people are forgetting that. Yep, and then he says, we're going to do the helicopter stuff. All right, there was another super chat. Let me scroll here. Dude, guys, I love Gimple's super smart writing. If Rick said it's not about me 4 or 5 more times, it'd be more meaningful. If Rick said it's not... I love Gimple's super smart writing. If Rick said it's not about me 4 or 5 more times, it'd be more meaningful. There's only one... I think you're being sarcastic, which is fine. But if you're not being sarcastic, I'm going to pick a negative here. There is one negative where Daryl came up and said, how are you doing? And Rick was like, it's not about me. That normal people don't talk like that. And this is where I will give, I think Forbes said that, oh, the dialogue is so awful. And this is why I pick on the Forbes reviews, because the entire dialogue is not so awful to where you say all the dialogue is awful. Most of the dialogue is awful. Listen, there's a lot of moments throughout a season you can pick out. That moment is one of them. Probably the only one moment that I noticed this episode where I was like, people don't talk like that. If Rick said it's not about me, they should have had Daryl say, okay, Dick. And then Rick was like, it's something Gabriel said. It would have matched perfectly. Daryl with some humor. Daryl talking like a normal human being. Okay, Dick, like that makes no sense, Rick. Why are you saying that? And then Rick being like, it's something Gabriel said. And then Daryl gets it. Gotcha, gotcha, bro. Or he'd be like, that'd be how Daryl said it. I'm gotcha, bro. We got messages. Yeah, I don't know whatever mod is blocking it. Listen, right here, Rosita's boobs on Talking Dead. You could block that out, I guess. I mean, I really don't. I'm not big on censorship. I only mean like if people come in and they constantly spam, touch my butthole, Ronnie, like touch my butthole. That was literally a comment we saw when we first started. If they're doing shit like that, yeah, shut it down, because it's just a waste of space. So, okay, Rosita's boobs on Talking Dead, yeah, sexist, shut it down. Maybe it's a chick, I don't know. Either way, take it out. But this right here, Ronnie, what up with all the cringeworthy speeches? If that's how the person feels, like, I don't know why we're blocking that. That comment should not be blocked. Charmander, yeah, he can, you know damn well you can come in here and troll. You did it last time. Or so people told me. I'm still looking, but you trolled. But this should not have been blocked. So whatever mod did that, don't don't do that stuff like that, please. Leave them go. Oh yeah, you know what? We can see who did it. What am I doing? You know what? I can't even see. It doesn't matter. Just please don't do that. Do the legit official ones. Unless there's something I missed, like if they changed their comment, because I know you can edit your shit. Joe Cool. Bob's supposed to all of a sudden. Or maybe there's a reason, because here's another one by the same dude. If you're doing it because there's spam in the chat, yeah. Charmander, if you're doing a question every 10 seconds, yeah, I think the mods will just... Because we got to get other people in, buddy. Asking a lot of questions is fine, but if it's like every 10 seconds here, it's not going to fly. Hey, Ronnie, did you think it was a little cheesy when Rick said you're going to make me count? No. I loved it. I loved every second of that. Back, someone blocked my Negan account. Trez Chan rules. You're probably going to get blocked by this one. Super chat. All right, we're scrolling all the way down. Did I miss a super chat? Yeah, we might start stopping exactly at an hour because I've been talking to a few people who are keeping tabs, the silent mods, keeping the tabs on things, and they say like the questions start getting really out of hand around an hour in, so I think that's when we're going to cut it off. Godzilla, here we go. Godzilla with the $20 super chat just bought us another 20 minutes of a live. Everyone thank Godzilla for holding it down. So now our big swinging dick is... Wait a minute, I already read that. Take off like a motherfucking helicopter. That's not in the fuck take. I am going to kill somebody. Okay, he's saying if that's not in the fuck take, he's going to kill somebody. Yeah, they need to release that. They need to come out with that already. They just need to do it. 100% unblocking that. Is 100% unblocking that guy. Go right ahead. If they're just coming here to troll, get rid of them. What happened to Never Before Seen That we're supposed to play before the episode? Wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't even look out for that. Who saw that? What scene was it? Somebody. You know? The Fire wants to be a mod. All right. Anyone who said they want to be a mod, you're going to have to wait till next Sunday. Everyone, as long as your background clears, you'll... If we look up your name and there's no activity, we can't mod you yet. If we look up the name and your activity is good and we can clear it, you'll be a mod by next Sunday. Ronnie, don't you think they should have Negan in a few fist fights to make him more able-bodied, kind of like they did with the governor? Yeah, I'm up for that. If they put Negan in some scenes where he can really throw down or something, yeah, I'm good with that. Can I be a mod? Kurt Cobain. Yeah, sure. Kurt Cobain. We'll see, buddy. Kurt Cobain. Why do you think Rick took the photo of the trailer? He didn't take a photo of the trailer. He took it of Negan, you know, because Negan had everyone taking pictures of Glenn and Abraham when they died and all the other dead bodies. That was Rick's defeated. Negan's defeated. He took a Polaroid. It's irony. Answer to the shooting the Windows 1 question. Keeping the Saviors backed away and giving the Walkers time to get super close. You know, that's good. That's good. It's better than what I was thinking. I just thought they were bringing the Walkers in. Ronnie, don't you think they should have... We already did that. Did you like the use of the flashbacks in the new beginning? Do you think that is what it is, or will it be? I'm still sticking with what I said before. I'm not convinced if it's going to be flash forward or... Wait, did you say flashbacks? Or if it's a hallucination. In my opinion, it could go either way, and I really think they're trying to strongly lead us into believing it's a hallucination. Go back and rewatch it when Rick is all like red in the eyes and he's like dehydrated or knocked out or something. He smiles after hallucinating him waking up, you know, as old man Rick. So they want us to believe at this time it's a hallucination, or at least that's how I got it. I perceived it. Hash Brown says, do you think that one girl from Oceanside that was cool with Tara will be the TV version of Magna? I hope not. I hope to God not. And I'm putting my foot down now. No. We need Magna, not a replacement. Fans do this every year. Stop. It was the deleted scene of Rick's dream of Abe and Glenn and everyone. That's it? They showed that forever ago. Are you shitting me? Don't. It's got to be something different. AMC, such a disappointment. Well, I'm glad I skipped it or forgot about it. Mind making me a mod if they ever release the fuck take? When do you think that will be? I don't think they're going to. I really don't. I really don't. If they do, it'll probably be when they're hyping season 8 somehow. I just don't know. Ian, we'll look you up, buddy. I don't think they showed it. The scene was the one you reviewed the other day. Wait a minute. Now I got people saying different things. It is possible that the virus is not longer in the air. It is also, if I say the words wrong, it's the typo, not me being a dick. It is also possible that it is not genetic, so maybe Judith or any babies. Yes, anything you said is possible, and I will be a dick in this moment. I don't want anything to do with the cure. Not your question. In the show, I don't want anything to do with a cure. Not at all. Oh, this will be interesting. Negan. This is long. What's a long ass name? Get a short name. Negan the effing awesome psychopath. Oh, jeez, I don't want to spell that out. Psychopath. I'm just gonna go psycho. All right, whatever. Look that up. I'll let you know in about a week. On the Talking Dead, Kirkman just announced a crossover will happen in 2018. He mentioned possibly back half of season 8. It could come that soon. Damn. Godzilla 2472. You didn't read that one, Ronnie. It was the second part of the quote. I had to do it in 2 super chats because to put it in 1 super chat, I would have to spend $500. $20 only buys me 250 characters. Shit, I didn't know that. Oh, I get it. Yo, I did not know that. You get 200 characters to start for the live stream. Godzilla's saying to spend $20 gets you 250 characters. Holy shit, I never knew that. That explains why you did multiple super chats. Damn. I did not... that actually explains a lot. Destiny Johnson, thank you for the super chat. Charmander got muted by one of the mods for nothing. Jerk, what the fuck? No, Charmander, you're posting a question every 10 seconds. I'm naming your name, reading your questions literally every other second, and we got members being like, "Yo, Ronnie, you're missing us." It's just out of respect. Just please tame it down a little. Appreciate the super chat. And you did this the last few times too, and it's not a big deal. You're excited, popping in questions, but half of them are just we already covered it, random stuff. And that was like, I know, last week. It was like almost every other question was stuff we already covered, or just really random stuff like who has a bigger dick, Michonne or Beth. No, you didn't really ask that. I'm just teasing. But yeah, you're doing it. You're just filling the thing up. So just please relax, and they won't spam them all. Because what's going to happen if too many people just start spamming, we're going to have to do like a 30-second delay. And that no one wants that, Charmander, stop spamming. Yeah, it's about the spamming, bro. Just calm down a bit, Am I on the mod list? No. Santiago, no, you're not going to be a mod right away. No. 1 week, guys. 1 week. We don't just mod everybody. We got a guy who looks into all the activity, and if you're not a troll or, if you got good activity, you get cleared. It's pretty easy. Godzilla, $500 only buys you 350 characters. Oh, jeez. Dude, guys, I'm asking... Yeah, Charmander here. I'm asking legit questions. Why am I getting banned for that? Just tell me to slow it down. All right, fine. Clean slate. Please slow it down. We're all good. Awesome. Negan, the fucking psychopath. Ronnie, hope these weekly Walking Dead Universe live streams don't stop anytime soon. You're awesome, man. No, we're always going to have the 1 hour live stream running a little bit longer here because Godzilla is holding it down with that support. He bought us a little bit of time. So everyone shout out. A thank you to Godzilla and everyone else hooking it up with the super chats, helping keep the channel alive. In case you didn't see any of my posts with YouTube, 100% of my videos, 100% have been flagged inappropriate, and 100% of the ones I have requested a review, 100% has been cleared, except for one, and that's because I had a thumbnail with a zombie in it. They couldn't clear it, but there was nothing bad in the actual video. And I put up something saying YouTube got to start going, okay, we tagged 50 of his videos, we cleared 50 of his videos. Let's spot check him and leave him alone for now. Every 10 videos, we'll check a video. but they're doing it 100% of my videos as I upload them. They take the money off, and then while the video's hot, I put in a review. Anywhere from a few days to a few weeks it takes for them to clear the video. Once they clear it, the video is off of its prime and it doesn't make money. So that's why I'm saying, like, the super chats, Patreon, you guys are really holding it down. Can I be a mod, says Zeus. If I find my pen. Where's that thing? There we go. Yeah, Zeus, it's not right away though, buddy. We're going to check you out. You'll be a mod in 1 week as long as you have activity on your thing. All right, enough of the mods. I got enough to look into now. If we need more mods, we'll get mods next week. So Gabe is gone 100%. I don't believe so. It's not definite. Zayden or something. Ronnie, sup? Do you think AMC censored Gregory's fall because of the stunt that passed? I don't think it's because of the stunt, because this is episode 1 and the stunt guy died in like episode 8 or something. So I don't think that's the case. I think they cut it out because if you don't have to do a stunt, you don't have to pay a stunt guy, you don't have to rehearse the stunt. It takes more time to do a stunt and yada yada yada. I think it's a budget saving method. You know, I see a number of comments too. Never hear, usually on Twitter or somewhere else, where everyone goes, "Oh, Ronnie, why are you always talking the budget?" Because it's relevant. They 100% did not do that stunt scene. Either A, to save on budget, plain as day, to put the money somewhere else. You know, I'm not saying they're cheap. I'm saying they're putting it somewhere else. Or they did film it and it wasn't as good as it should have been and they cut it out. Ronnie, do you think Michonne will get Comic Andrea's death at this time? And Comic Andrea I will talk about. She's dead in the comic. She's dead in the show. She's gone. No one cares. Karl is dead in the comic forever. She's alive in the show. Andrea's life doesn't matter. But I think there's a slim chance Michonne could get the death. Slim chance, though. Charmander, slow down. Morgan and Karl, all right, will kill with killing now. Morgan and Karl, yeah, because they need to. They have to. There's no choice. They can't, you know, they'll heal themselves later. They can't mess about. Why is there a light shining in Rick's eyes? I believe that was a reflection. That's what I thought, because there was glass hanging up there. So, did anyone ask what will possibly happen to Father Gabriel under Negan's capture? Yes, I believe he's just going to be held as a pawn until they figure something out later. Crap, Ronnie looks into my activity. He gets triggered by Glenn. Yeah. Q&A, it's not giving me a donate tab, so can I be a mod? I don't know what the donate tab has to do with anything, Dylan. Yeah, but again, that's the last one. No more mods. No more. We got enough. Dylan Desco. I recognize that name. That should be easy to look up. Movies for real. I thought Gregory was going to get captured, but nope. Gabriel had to play hero. Laugh out loud. More likely to Michonne or Maggie. More likely to Michonne or Maggie. Are you going to stream episode 1? What? No. Why would I stream that? I don't own the rights to that. I don't know what you mean. Ronnie, what was up with the Red Machete commercial? Maybe the Red Machete is the origin story to Rick's Red Machete, which I find real weird because in the beginning they have it like with the material around the handle, and I think it's like a grip tape, but it's like a material texture. And in the show, in the very beginning, the flash shows the handle the right way. It's Rick's machete, 100%. But then after that, when they're using it, it's a plastic handle. It's a different handle. It's red, but it's totally different. So I'm thinking, did they do that by mistake, or are they going to go and put coincidentally red tape on the handle? That gets a little weird. Did you recognize Shiva? I thought the CGI looked pretty great. I wrote that down and I didn't even talk about it. Yes, I think Shiva looked friggin' fantastic. Is it bad I laughed when Gregory got pushed down? No, not at all. I laughed. I wanted him to break every bone in his body, especially after what he did with Gabriel. What a scumbag. 100th episode with no one... Wait, I know I'm going to disagree right here. I can already tell. Dude, guys, Q&A, 100th episode and no one with a name dies. I disagree so much I was almost triggered. just because it's a 100 episode, I think it's insane that you would even hint a main character needs to die for that. That last episode, only Sasha died. Also, I think this episode was that special considering the hype and promise thoughts. Yeah, I think that is ridiculous. You're fine when it comes to too much hype or the episode wasn't that special considering the hype and promises. Yes, absolutely. However, I've been taming myself down from all the hype, and I think everyone else should. I feel so much better about Fear the Walking Dead, when you fall back from the hype. Well, The Walking Dead. I haven't been enjoying Fear as much. But with The Walking Dead, when they hype it up, I'm like, nope. And I had no problems with it. I'm fine. When you buy into the hype, I agree, it causes problems. So, yes, they hyped it up too much. They hyped it up, then they gave us a sneak peek of the majority of the parallel to the episode 1. I think that was so dumb. In retrospect, they never should have released that Karl moment. That was dumb. They should have just left it in the episode so we can go nuts over that scene. And as we're watching it, then we can go and throw it online and go, did you catch that? Da 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 da. I think that was a complete marketing mistake, absolute failure. But no, I don't agree at all. Somebody needs to die just because it's a 100th episode. Nobody else is asking Q&As, which is why I ask a lot. I also type, yeah, bro, there's so many people asking, I can't get nowhere near as much. So that's why people get frustrated when I read off 50 of your questions and there's multiple dozens of people who are being skipped. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking straight up to you know, work with us. That's all. How much money does... Yeah, but to say no one else is asking Q&As... first off, not everyone's putting Q&A, but they're still asking. They're just not putting Q&A. So it's rough. You can't just look at the Q&A thing. How many money do you think AMC should give The Walking Dead per episode? $4 million at a very legit minimum. I'd like more than that, but at an absolute insane minimum. You know, $4 to $5 million, let's say, somewhere around the and I see people all the time never backing it up, but claiming that AMC raised the budget. I looked into it for hours, and there's no legitimate proof. If you have the proof, and I missed it, everyone else missed it, provide it. I will definitely change it. But if you look it up, if you're going to say they raised the budget and you don't have any proof whatsoever, I'm just not going to believe you. When you look into it, the latest things that were released actually talk about decreasing the budget and not increasing the budget. The budget was like $3.4 million or something in season 1, and they decreased it to $2 million, and it's still at like $2.5 million or some shit like that. Now keep in mind that doesn't cover, I believe it doesn't count the marketing and stuff like that, and a couple other things, but the baseline, some shit like that. Anyway, where we got here? Do you like the tiger in the show? Yeah. How they're handling it. I don't want a lot of the tiger. I think the tiger looks great. I think it's a great addition from the comic book. But the tigers, both in the comic and on the show, that's one of those borderline things for me that is almost a little bit too much. You get what I'm saying? It's too comic booky. You know what I mean? Ronnie, how do you think Dwight's character will change over the course of the season? I don't think we're gonna see a lot of change in his character. I don't think right now is the time for that. I think we're gonna see him sticking with what he says. You know, staying loyal to his word and being reliable. I think that direction, as opposed to, you know, his character development. What else we got? Ronnie, do you feel that Daryl's death belongs in All Out War? I'm a 50-50. I think you can definitely fit it, but I also think it takes away from the show to a certain degree. And I also think, unfortunately, and Daryl has a lot of good fans. So if you're a Daryl fan and you're a normal Daryl fan, don't pay attention to this. But unfortunately, there's a huge, massive portion of Daryl fans that are just toxic, downright toxic. They are so toxic. They don't accept a character's life and end, good life, good death on the show. They want the show to end with it. in my opinion, you are not a Walking Dead fan if you ever said anything like that. If you're like, if anything happens to Daryl, the show should end, or I'm, if you want to quit, that's fine. You're a Daryl fan, you're not a Walking Dead fan, you're a Daryl fan, that's fine. I totally understand. I'm that way with some shows where I'm only a fan of that character, because of the character. I watch the show and love the show, but if they leave, but I think there's so much toxic nature. I think it would hurt the ratings for a good season, and then it would balance out because some of those fans would come back, see the hype. If the story's good enough, it would level out after that. I don't think killing Daryl would cripple the show. Not even close. Not even close. And everyone everyone who says that forgets The Walking Dead became a show before anyone knew who Daryl Dixon was. It became a show because there was fans of the comic. It became a show because people wanted this story. They would continue the show with just 4 or 5 million people watching it. They'd have to cut the budget, sure. They would still continue it. Even if 2, 3, 4 million people left because of Daryl, which is the max, we'd still have The Walking Dead show. It would outlive him. Jermaine Evans, you should do an in-depth Walking Dead philosophical video. I might do something like that. We'll see. Crawdact. I'm out. Thanks, as always, Ronnie. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Appreciate that. Super chat. Really appreciate the super chats, guys. Let's see. Godzilla asks a few more. We're probably going to go in a few minutes. Godzilla, Tucson, am I the only one who was disappointed that it was Simon who pushed Gregory off? Oh, I already got that. Nope. They really need to work on them timely ads. Oh, these are the... never mind. I'm reading his early ones. I knew they sounded familiar. Dude, guys, but a savior, a minor character could have died. What does it matter, though, if they die? Like, if you shot Gavin in the head, does that improve the episode at all? That's why I say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if no one dies this entire season. If you write the story good enough, you know what I'm saying, you're straight. Look at The Last of Us. Perfect example. By the end of that, I was like, what? And it wasn't about the characters dying. Godzilla, for 500, I would be able to... Okay, so we're good. Type an entire Bible. Oh, jeez. 50 characters. 4 or 500. Yeah, for 500, you should be able to type an entire... yeah, I see what you mean. An entire Bible. Well, thank you very much, Godzilla, for all the support, and everyone else thrown into that super chat. Ronnie, Greg Nicotero confirmed. Sorry, I probably blew that right into the mic. The guy is Sadiq. Okay, so there we got confirmation. I'm taking your word for it. The guy is officially Sadiq. Hey, Ronnie, do you like the walker on the fence mirroring Dwight? Yes, I did. I love the visuals in The Walking Dead. Like, that could be Dwight if he gets caught, ending up on the fence, former serving Negan. Yeah, I talked about that exact thing when they released those images. Sorry for spamming my questions. It's fine. Just cut it back and we'll be fine. Agreed, Ronnie. Thank you. People said the show should end with Rick's death. I don't agree. See, that one I do partially agree with. If the story isn't right, if they kill Rick right now, the show's done, because it's such a violation of what they're building up to. But if they have that right moment, they can exit Rick Grimes off and the show can keep going. I think at this time, I would prefer if Rick Grimes was to die, I would prefer if they do something slightly different. They have a big change, have Rick Grimes go off, and then they come back on with something, really fresh. Maybe only a couple characters that last. I don't know. It's a rough one. But I do believe if they build, and it's all down to the story, they can continue on. But it's not anytime soon. What % chance do you give Negan surviving season 8? Yeah, 100%. That's a definite 100%. Ronnie, why do no one wear armor on Rick's team, Hilltop's team, as a blacksmith? I don't know why they're not wearing more armor. Would you feel better about the crossover if it was an old Walking Dead character going over to Fear? No, because there's too many restrictions. I don't really like the idea of Fear coming to the main show. I don't like it either because there's no room. There's just no room. It's going to take away with what, that time should go to our characters on the main show. It doesn't need to go to someone from the second show. Hey, Ronnie, did you like... I already did that. Bye, Ronnie. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by, Angela. Have a good night. Dude, guys, I didn't miss your super chat. I just read it. There's a delay in the thing. And that's another thing. Please understand, guys, there's a delay what you see on the screen, I'm like 30 or 45 seconds behind you. You could probably tell by, well, if it's only a minute, you probably can't tell. I don't know. Deanna lives on. Oh, okay. Ronnie, did you know Idris Elba was offered the part of Negan? I believe that. I never heard that before. I know fans wanted him to be Negan. I believe he would get a job. JDM has similar charisma. Just thought it was interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea on that. I've already said my opinions. Don't change my characters. No, don't turn my white characters black. Don't turn my black characters white. The only time you do that if it is an absolute. If Idris Elba walked in there and it was like, that's Negan, do it. You know, I'm not arguing with that. But like, don't give me a white Michonne. Fuck you. You know, not talking to you. I'm talking. Don't mix it up like that. Got bit fever hit. Do you think Michonne or Rick influences Karl the most currently? Before Michonne, I think Karl would have sided with Rick about shooting that city guy. No, I think it's the time. It's the what they've been through. You know, Karl's grown a lot since back then when he was a kid. I think it's the time. I don't think it's Rick and Michonne. I think it's how they've been living and what they've seen. How many seasons will The Walking Dead have? Right now, I'm sticking with 12. Ronnie, Greg Nicotero confirmed in a new. We already did that one. Someone do a super chat. Hey Ronnie, not sure if you covered it, but do you think the guy Rick's scared is going to end up being an important? So yeah, he has to connect the story. And I'm not saying important, but I'm going to say he has to be connective tissue somewhere. He has to, or else they wouldn't put him in there. Godzilla. Also, the reason I haven't super chatted yet is because my card wouldn't work like 10 live streams ago, but I finally got it figured out. Well, that is awesome. I think you overdid yourself tonight. You could give yourself a break. Absolutely appreciate every dime that came in. But yes, give your card a break. The poor thing's probably overheating. Oh, we got another one by, and again, Godzilla, massive thank you. Take a break. Yeah, you threw in quite a bit already. Take a breather. Kevin Quintana. Ronnie, can you please shout me out in front of my son and say, oh my God, am I going to be able to pronounce that? Is the Xaden, your daddy loves you? Go to bed. Go to bed. Xaden, your daddy loves you. Go to the cupboard and rate it and get all the candy. And then go to the address book and send me some of the candy. I like Hershey's Kisses. I like Skittles. I like anything with caramel in it. Yeah, that's fine. Send it to Ronnie Hayes, P.O. Box 33711, Raleigh, NC 27636. I'm just kidding. Go to bed, little man. Thank you. Always look forward to this after show you make. Oh, I'm hoping I pronounced the name right. I'm terrible with names, especially when you put me on the spot. Xaden, right? Xaden? Did I get that right? I hope I did. Appreciate it. Go to bed, little man. Thank you very much, Kevin. Godzilla 27. Okay, we already got you covered. And again, thank you for the super chats all night as well. Godzilla, I have the same issue. Godzilla says he likes Domino and Deadpool 2 movie. They only auditioned black chicks, but in the comics she is white. I promise this was my last one. Let's be real. No other character can hold the main spot like Rick if Rick was killed off. Yeah, I remember when... oh, what happened there? I saw your comment before it was a super chat. How did that happen? Yeah, I remember so many people back in or maybe it was the vibe. There was so many people hating on Rick in season 2. And so many people were like, oh, Shane knows how to hold it down. Rick is a yada, yada, yada. And I remember feeling vindicated and justified because I kept having Rick's back. And then when Rick came up, put Sophia down, and then started developing more in season 2 and season 3 especially, man, people were just like, yeah, Rick. And now, like, Rick is that sleeper, you know? Well, Rick has a big fan base, but when you mention killing Rick, they come out of the woodwork, and they're like, don't you dare, you know? I thought Daryl's fan base was vicious, but Rick has a vicious fan base, as well as he should. I mean, he's earned it, you know? Absolutely earned it. Do you think Rick... them used Eugene's bullet crafting plan? Not yet. It's possible, but I think if they did, they would show us a hint of it. Ronnie, how do you feel about the shitty premiere WAD? WAD? I don't feel it was shitty at all. Ronnie, you skipped, so I'm asking again. Do you think Negan knew Simon before the apocalypse? They seem pretty close. I think there's a chance. And, you know, if you ask a question, it's been a couple minutes, and I'm you could see the chat. If I actually skip it, it's no big deal to throw the question in there again. It wouldn't hurt. And then Godzilla again. He's killing his card here, guys. So I like Domino in Deadpool 2 movie. They only audition black chicks, but in the comic she is white. I promise. This is my last one. Your card's screaming for mercy, brother. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Deadpool 2 movie. Domino. So like Domino in Deadpool 2 movie. Okay, I don't know who Domino is. I just know who Deadpool is. I'm gonna have to take your word for that. But that's what's up. Oh wait, she is white. Oh, in the comics she is white. Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, in this day and age, there's so much bitching. You don't know if that's part of the bitching or if legitimately that actress walked in there and blew them all away. Someone's gonna take that soundbite out. We don't know if that actress walked in there and blew them all away. And if she did, I hope, I hope she did and got the part because of it, That's what's up. Was the scene with Karl at the gas station a nod to the little girl? Yes, absolutely. I did a whole video on it if you want to see them side by side. I feel like the whole episode was released in the previews. It was a bit disappointing. Yes, they did reveal way too much. You sure did. Thank you. You're the man. Oh, awesome. 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 Is he sending me that candy, though? I mean, I really like caramels. Caramel. Love them. Like, what's got caramel in it? Milky Ways are good. No, what's those? I don't know. I butchered it up. I butchered it. Thank you. Good night. Or little man. I think you're hanging out. Really hoping that Ronnie gets some candy in his P.O. box. I'm not. I better take that back. I better retract that because I'll get too much candy. Somebody will send a box. And Eduardo Garcia, Talking Dead. Chris asked Scott when the crossover is happening. He said definitely 2018, either 8B or 9B. Does this confirm? Wait, it can't be 2018 and season 9B. 9B will be in 2019. 2018 will be the end of this season and the beginning of season 9. 9B would be in 2019, unless I mixed that up. That girl wearing the glasses, it's under his name. Eduardo Garcia. Oh, we already did that. What you smoking? Oh, Boss Reserve. Just a little vanilla cracker thing. Helping a lot. I'm almost pretty much done with the smokes. I just had my smoke in the morning. Was the Muslim guy's name Sadiq? Yeah. The Walking Dead is bigger than Rick now. Am I the only one who sees the future beyond Rick, the potential? No. Tons of people. I just literally said that. Tons of people do, though. When Rick told the Saviors that if they gave up, he would not kill them, Gavin seemed to be thinking about it. Do you think? Yep, I talked about that during the review as well, and I stand behind that. I think there's going to be something important coming up with Gavin. Either turning or something sad. I know it's a little early for this, but I'm assuming a new beginning starts in 901. What do you think will be the 9 mid-season finale? Oh, I have no idea, bro. I don't even find it fun to predict that far ahead. Just off the top of my head, I mean, if it's the death, a lot of deaths, and a warning from the Whisperers, it only makes sense they would go out because that feels like a big ending. Do you think we'll see Evil Karl this season? No, I don't know why we would see an Evil Karl. Ooh, Paige Leslie, she loves me. Nice. You're the one. You're the only one. Because my daughter, but that's not fair. She has to love me. She doesn't have a choice. All right. Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, man. You're so blocked, bitch. Do you think we'll see a Evil Karl this season? I don't know why we would see an Evil Karl. I agree. They showed way too much of the episode. Yeah. All right. What are we at here? All right. Get your questions in. We got to shut it down. I got to get up early, get my kid off to school. I really appreciate everyone coming by, though. Absolutely. And this week's going to be real busy. We are doing the update for Doomsday Kingdom because we're going to hopefully get the comics from the shipper soon. There's a little delay with that. We're remodeling the whole Patreon thing. We got some really fresh and cool ideas. Some really actually cool rewards I'm excited to share. And then even drop in the price on rewards. Like we're gonna open up the live stream to like $1 live instead of the 5 and 10. We'll have like a 1 and a 10 or a 1 and a 5. I forget the setup, but anyway, There's even the early access one where I'm fighting tooth and nail on doing that one, but there might be a way we do it where it doesn't take away from the thing, and I'll explain that later. But we also have, as far as doing the Patreon thing, we also have the all-out war next Sunday before episode 2. It's going to be time-consuming, so it needs a little bit to get completed. It's going to be the all-out war explained, and it's going to be a couple parts. That'll be this Sunday, and then next Sunday will be the other part, if I can fit it in 2 parts. That'll be that, and then we're going to move on to A New Beginning explained, and then so on and so on. When we catch up, we're going to go back and start from the very beginning, and then catch up to where we left off on, and we should be good. And then we're also doing the comic covers. That's the all-out war. We're picking up where we left off with that. We did an all-out war for that one issue because they had a lot of variants, but we're going to start doing the covers again. 6 covers at a clip. That's what comes in a volume. It's per story arc, so that's really exciting. Mary Hugh. Ronnie, where do you think Eugene's place is in All Out War? Do you think they'll ease him into a semi-comic adaptation and give him a whole new story and send him into the comics? I still stand by what I've been saying. I think Eugene needs to show and prove that he's going to be his own man and pull his weight for the good guys. You know, it just, I feel it would be so weird to have Negan go, oh, did Rick ever use you to get shit done like this? Oh, they didn't, da-da-da-da. Like, Eugene had a moment there. He owned his moment, even though he had to give in and be defeated in a way and be this prisoner in a way. He's owning that moment. So for him to come back around and be like, listen, Rick, I'm with you guys, but I need to be my own man and pull my own weight, and I need to be respected. I want my opinion respected. Every time Eugene's piping up, he almost blew him up, or Eugene tried to say something, did you peep it in this episode? And Rick shut him down immediately. I'm hoping there's some type of head-to-head and not just a simple, oh, I'm sorry, take me back. I'm hoping they clear the air, and I don't believe Eugene will turn on the good guys. I think Eugene will come back around when the time is right, Devin the Dude, what is up with shooting the windows? It's to delay them from mounting a counterattack. That's the best example reasoning I heard in the comments, but it was also to lure the walkers to their area. We can all thank Godzilla for extending this stream. Yes, you can. Give him a big shout out before we go. Godzilla hooked it up. And everyone else, don't leave them out too. Everyone else who threw down on the super chat, massive thank you. Everyone else who hit that like button, and everyone else who stopped by to chit chat with us. How would you stay so fly, Ronnie? Jump off a building? Godzilla 2472. I still have one more SC you need to read. Super chat you need to read. Where's it at? Matt Delicino. Do you even lift, bro? Every day. I lift a toothbrush. I lift the remote. I lift sometimes the mouse when I want to crack my wrist, or maybe my wrist gets a little stiff. I lift my fork or a spoon or sometimes a butter knife. I love you, Ronnie. Have a great night. Oh, thank you very much, Paige. Thanks for coming by. Have a great night. I don't know what that was. Was tonight a record for number of people in the live stream, going up to 550? Yes, it was. That's because it is The Walking Dead. The Fear of the Walking Dead, yeah, it's like 140 or something. 150. Do you think they'll return to Atlanta? No. Maybe. I mean, there's no real reason unless there's going to scavenge out that far. Are they going to use the same actress that played 6-year-old Judith next season? I don't know. This gets problematic, and that's why I think Judith needs to die. She's going to age faster than they're able to deal with it. They got to do something. Shit or get off the pot. We don't need another Karl. No offense. She's got to go. Did you do the art in your comic? No. James Milne is the artist. He's from UK. I write the stories. He writes the art. And then you read it and enjoy, hopefully. Ronnie, where were all the saviors tonight? In the building. Either that or they couldn't afford them. They could only have the budget for the walkers, no saviors. What When do you think there will be Old Man Rick time point? Mid-season or season finale? It has to be season finale. They can't wrap up the all-out war. They just barely scratched the surface, and next episode is not going to have a ton of all-out war in it. It's not at all. It'll have an outpost, but it's not going to have a ton of all-out war. It's shitty because Rick had an open shot left my fucking ass off. They should have ended it right then and there. Yeah, there was a moment where it's like, you had a shot. Everyone had a shot. Why weren't any saviors trying to save Negan? Well, they were being shot at too. I think shooting out the windows makes them vulnerable to the riff-raff and rodents. Yeah, that's also true. It does make them vulnerable. Let me go. You said, Godzilla said, I have a super chat that I didn't read. Keep going up. You'll find it. Hold on. I'm looking right now at all your super chats. I still have one more. Do you even lift, bro? Love you, Ronnie. She's Deadpool's girlfriend. Okay, now I promise this is my last donation. Okay, I got it. And then Paige, she squeezed in another $2 super chat when I wasn't looking. Thank you very much for that support, Paige. Even though she's gone, we'll say thank you anyhow. All right, let's take the last couple questions because it is that time. You dirty fuck. Hold on, let me read that better. Where's it at? Ronnie, night, you dirty fuck. Good night, Tariq. How do you want Judith to die then? If Tara runs away with her, they can reenact a comic. I want that. I want the reenact the Lori Judith scene from the comic book running away when the governor's people shot him. But do it with someone at, on the savior's side. Or maybe the heapsters, someone on the heapsters side. Shit, Tara might die with Judith. Someone said that, yeah. Liked it and shared the video. Thank you very much for the support. Godzilla, did you really send another super chat so he'd read the first one? Yeah, he did. He damn sure did. Oh yeah, get out of here, bud, with that shit. We don't do we're not doing predictions here in this video because if we go down that road, we're bound to have people coming here just to talk about spoilers, and then the mods will be having to just boot most people out for that or those people. Do you think the close-ups of Rick crying is when he is contemplating killing Negan after they've won? No. No, I don't think so. This episode needed Proctor John. No, I love that actor, but no, it didn't. Destiny Johnson. Just so I do not miss it, do you know when your next live stream might be? Do not want to miss any of your videos. Every Sunday, honey. Every Sunday. Every single Sunday. Within a half an hour to an hour after the episode. I'm going to do my best to get that down to a half an hour at the most, 15 minutes at the best. I want like 15 minutes, take a break, check on my kid and do this, that, and the third, get a drink, maybe eat a snack, and then do the live stream. But yeah, that's it. We're not going to have any live stream throughout the week unless it's a spontaneous thing. And this week I'm setting up the dates for the Patreon one. So if you want to know the Patreon, that'll be posted on Patreon. So yeah, and I don't know about the spontaneous ones because they're spontaneous. Hope that helped. Wisdom Fall. How confident are you still with your death predictions? As of right now, I stick by them. I might fudge a couple here and there, you know what I mean? But right now, for the most part, I'm stuck with them. Yeah. As far as being confident, I'm not real confident. I think there's a handful we all know who's going to die, but there's also some other ones where it could be, it couldn't be. There's room to do either or. Ronnie, I have been a fan for years. Watch you grow to this. Proud of you. Thank you very much, Striker. It's a villain name, but thank you. Are you a villain? Matt Lixiano. I screwed that up. Delicino. Is that right? What's your favorite type of pizza? This is Walking Dead, so I'm not going to answer that. Plain. I don't have a favorite type of pizza. Chicken wing? What do you want to hear? I love plain pizza. Love it. But I love pepperoni, too. It all matters what mood I'm in. Kirkman said fear character is going to The Walking Dead on Talking Dead. Ouch, that sucks. That sucks. And if that's the case, it's Nick. That's what everyone's talking about. Everyone's like, oh, it's Nick. Rumor is it's Nick. I don't know how that's rumor is, unless he's already filmed and that's how it is. I don't know. That's one where I just don't care. I think they're gonna announce that and hype it up before. Like, you're not going to watch an episode, I don't think, and then boom, there's a fear character. I think they're going to be like, next week's the fear character, yada, yada, yada. Maybe even show him in a friggin' trailer, which would just be stupid, I think. Ronnie, why wasn't there much savers? We already went over that. I have no idea. Yeah, East Coast time for live stream. No way Judith will ever die. I think so. Ronnie's saying that in a joking way. Oh, I know. Live stream drive before night. I'm still watching it, bro. Ronnie, I don't know if anyone cares, but where is Heath? No one cares. Not yet. They will in a couple episodes, because then he should come back around, I'm hoping. Yeah, and this is what I mean about not falling for the hype. Scott Gimple did say the first 4 episodes would melt our minds, and he is wrong. Do you know why he's wrong? The marketing. They risked the biggest what the ever-loving fuck. They threw that away and shit their own pants the moment they hoard themselves out and put Old Man Rick in the trailer. Yo, imagine this. Imagine having no clue about Old Man Rick and then watching it in the premiere. My mind would have melted, like he said. However, they gave their best moment of the premiere. They gave it to us. You know, that's like running into a really hot chick and you're just like, whoa. And she just gives you it all. And the next day you're like, I want nothing to do with you, you slut. I'm just fucking around then. But seriously, it's like that. And then our minds are no longer melted. You gave us the most insane, crazy shit. And then you went on TV and went, it's going to melt your mind. And then you gave it to us in the trailer. It's like they were so excited they couldn't wait. They were like, we can't wait. Looking back in retrospect, I think that was probably, if nothing changes and everything's great, that's the worst decision, the worst mistake they have ever made in season 8. You know, if everything else is great, that's the worst thing they've ever done in season 8. Let's see. All right, let's take out the. I'm super confident in my death predictions, but I could be wrong. I'm not privy to any spoilers. Well, I hope not, because that's not a prediction. I get real fussy with that. I can't stand any YouTuber out there, and I haven't watched any this year or last year. I don't watch any death predictions. I'm just too busy. I would love to if I had time. I just don't have time. But I can't stand a YouTuber or a fan who reads spoilers and then makes predictions. Don't give me that bullshit, because if you know the spoilers, look how easy it is to predict some things because of the trailer. Imagine knowing all the spoilers and then being like, oh yeah, I think this is going to happen. It's like, no shit. I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying in general. I know that you aren't really a fan of these type of questions, but if you could bring back, oh God, no, I'm not a fan of this. Bring back a dead character to help Rick win the war. I don't want to bring anyone back. And I think that's why I dread these questions, because my answers suck. I wouldn't want to bring anyone back. To me, it hurts my brain thinking about it. If you bring them back, it's dumb. You bring them back from the dead. But if you never kill them, now you got to rewrite the whole story because now they're alive. And my brain won't let me have fun with that question. If I could just bring back a character, I'd probably be Shane. I'd love to see Rick and Shane get past this, have Lori be the villain in that whole situation, bros before hoes, and then have them tackle what's his name, you know what I mean? But then again, that would never happen because Daryl's there. You would never be able to have Shane and Rick, you know, organically as whatever that is, and have Daryl there too. There's not enough room, most likely. No, I don't dumpster dive anymore. Any Q&As before we go? No, Abraham on Fear of the Walking Dead. Screw that shit. Ronnie, that's not what Kirkman said at all regarding the crossover. Well, Mike the Caveman, I really wish you would tell us what he said. It's like you're telling me, and you know damn well I read that off of someone's comment. I didn't watch Talking Dead, so I don't know. If you hear me talking about the crossover, I'm reading from your comments, the comment section, so I have no idea, Mike the Caveman. It would have been nice if you told us what he said, you dick. All right, Ronnie, why was episode 100 such a disappointment? I don't think it was. I think it was not mind-melting because of the 10 minutes I just explained it 2 seconds ago, you know? I think that's simply what it was. Ronnie, you should get some rest. Oh, I'm on my way. I'm scrolling down to the last of the thing, and I'm done. I'm burnt out now. Now I'm being pissy. Ronnie, you should get some sleep. What, Kirkman said it? You sure? Question mark. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking to. Did I accidentally say something? Like, if I misspoke, then yeah, I misspoke. But I'm reading questions here. At least I thought I was. Ronnie, too many were spamming the live stream with those comments. Since so many commenters on here, we need to stick to serious questions. Thanks. Oh yeah, I figured that out later on. Oh yeah, that's another stupid one. We're gonna block you to. Do you like the RV blowing up the gate, or would you rather have Holly? No, I like the RV. Holly's gone. There's no point in even revisiting that, in my opinion, because if she was still around, I'd be able to, well, you know, but the whole story is ruined when she's gone. Why would you win with a fight Negan and the governor? I don't know. I really don't know. Wait, Kirkman said 8. Yeah, 8B, Fear the Walking Dead, or 9A, but definitely 2018. Yeah, The Caveman. I read someone else's comment who said 9B, and I said I don't think that's the case because 9B is way too far away. So back off, fucker. But yeah, 2018. There you go. I'm not looking forward to that. I hate that idea. Ronnie, not related to Walking Dead. Do you like the Punisher trailer? No, I don't have a vid coming on it, but I'm going to review the season when it comes out. I love the Punisher. I love that. John Bernthal all the way. Just got here. What is your thoughts, Ronnie? Rewind this, you son of a bitch. That's got to be a joke question. You can't just pop in at the end of a live stream and tell someone to re-talk about their thoughts and opinion when you can just rewind the fucking video. I like playing around, but sometimes it's like you get nervous. You're like, is people gonna know I'm joking? Like, I'm serious. Rewind. Like, I'm serious in what I say, but I'm joking in how I do it. Like, I'm not mad, but I'm pretending I am. But I'm dead serious. Rewind the video, but I'm not yelling at you. I'm playing. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard. I think a lot of people don't get it. They're like, look at this dick. Do you think the show will go ahead of the comics eventually? I never used to think it, and I still don't anytime soon. But I think if they don't do, it depends on how they do the Whisperer War. It really does. If they burn through it, then yeah, we're in trouble. I flipped when they were talking about the festival. That's how they said it. The festival. In the comic, they said the fair. Gimple is such an idiot. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I know a lesbian who hates her guts, so she's a bad stereotype. Ha ha. Oh. Ronnie, do you think the Fear of Walking Dead will ruin the show? The crossover? No, I don't think it'll ruin the show. Ronnie, why do you desperately need Ronnie to comment on... Wait, Ronnie, why do you... Oh, I see, you're talking to someone else. Are you 12? Yeah, the girl wearing the glasses. People who have those kind of comments are usually 12. When you think about it, the Forbes review was reasonable. I did enjoy the episode, though. No, I disagree with that. Forbes has some good points in here. Listen, no, hold on. Forbes has some of the good points that he over-exaggerates. Like with the dialogue. You got a whole hour episode, and there's like a piece or two here and there that's iffy. One main problem. One is just, it should have been rewritten. It was stupid. It was dumb. It was pretentious, and that's what Forbes said. However, where I disagree is Forbes makes it seem like everything they say is pretentious. Everything they say is dumb. And go back and reread that. All the dialogue is absolutely horrible, and he overblows the shit. Yes, Walking Dead has some problems. Yes, the writing has some absolute problems. Yes, they wanna write it in a more poetic way than it should be. It should not be poetic. When you give these speeches, give the speech, write it great, but make it realistic. You know, don't have these overblown, overdramatic, unrealistic speeches and talks and conversations. People don't talk like that. People don't talk the way Rick did. It's not about me. You dick. If Daryl doesn't know what you're talking about, he's going to think you're a dick or you didn't hear him right or something. All right. What do you think about Ford? Do you think Carol will die soon? No. They never said that Fear character was crossing over. They never said that a Fear character... See, this is another thing. I got so many people saying they said a Fear guy is going to The Walking Dead, and now I got Tariq saying they never said a Fear character was crossing over. I guess I'm going to have to wait tomorrow. I'll confirm which one of you bastards is telling the truth. This episode was really disappointing. I don't agree with that even. I didn't watch the trailers, and even then, Old Man Rick didn't surprise me. Where are you at? I just went right past that because it scrolled down. Ronnie, do you feel this episode is flat? Nope. I just gave a whole beginning about enjoying it. The audience on Talking Dead was annoying as fuck. Jesus, they didn't even let the actors speak in peace. Oh, I hate that. Whisper of War should be in season 10 in my opinion. I don't agree with that. When do you think Gregory's going to die? Really, I think season 9. Why does Gregory think he can get away with letting Negan think he's in control of the hilltop? Did he think Negan wouldn't find out about Maggie? Oh, I love and hate them. Yeah, he's dumb for that. Whispers will be on the show in season 9. I think that's more realistic. Ronnie the Grump. That's got a nice fit to it. I can't think of anything better. You got that. I think the Heads on Spikes will happen in the season 9 finale, unfortunately. It's possible they could, if they do it right, they can hold off that long. But I think it might be too long with how they have been doing the pacing lately. Ronnie, should they use the festival that Rick and Michonne visited for New Beginning? Yes, absolutely. And we're talking about Tara and a bad lesbian stereotype and a real life a lesbian, I know. Oh, yeah. Gregory's an asshole? Absolutely. I watched The Walking Dead. Nice. Shamar, so do we. My promise has been revoked. Lesbian stereotype as usual, a woman with a low voice, comic relief, and a little overweight, although Elena is beautiful, but yeah, Tara fits it well. She's just unnecessary. Have you ever read the Quran? No. We have a Muslim on the show now, so you should read up. No, thank you. I am not a fan of organized religion. From what I see of the Quran, I have no reason to read that. How will you... how will the Whisper of War help in Season 9? Ronnie, you high? How will the Whisper of War happen in Season 9? Ronnie, you high? Oh, you said the Whisper of War. Oh, my God. Well, hold on. Take that back. I thought you meant the Whispers in a New Beginning. There's absolutely a potential for the Whisper of War to happen at the end of Season 9. It's absolutely depends on the pacing. But at this time, if I had to predict it, I would say early Season 10, because you don't want to have all-out war, a big hole to do, and then in Season 8, and then have a big old war in Season 9. So they either have to have it in 9 and downplay it, or have it in 10 and still downplay it slightly. So yeah, I saw Whispers and thought New Beginning. So yeah, Season 10, I agree with that. That'll fit, sure. I have a crush on Elena Swanson. Ronnie, what do you think about the next few episodes? I don't look in the early episode titles. Only because, and I'm sure you have the right ones, but only because I'm bombarded with episode titles and synopsises. I read them, I review them, I do this and this and this, and 9 out of 10 times they're absolutely wrong. Every single time someone gives me one, and I'm talking about in past seasons, they swear up and down they have the right ones, and it's never right. With that being said, you might have every single right one. I'm just done taking that chance. Like, fans have burnt me out of titles and synopsises. So, I don't even read them. Will Father Gabriel be forced out with the walkers? I don't think so. It's possible, but I think that's kind of a waste of his character just to force him out. Besides, they already admitted it's like a confessional. So, and he's useful to them alive. He has information. He knows some of their plans. He's a good bargaining chip. Negan would be the dumbest villain / leader alive to throw him out, I think. I just spit on you. Sorry for that. All right. I'm really stretching it as much as, oh my God. Yeah, we're going for 2 hours. Let's shut this down. We're way over time. I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me though, but we really got to shut it down. Godzilla 2472. I said my promise was revoked because I did another super chat. Well, where is it at then? Did we skip it? Oh yeah, Punisher is more effective than Batman. Yeah, hell yeah. I like the Punisher better. All right, let's go down to the new ones and we'll end this. Guys, get your last couple comments in. We got a minute or 2 minutes and we're shutting her down. I went as long as I could. We're at that 2 hour mark. I think that's pretty solid though. Do you agree the dialogue and pacing are the only really usual bad things about the show? The rest is mediocre at worst? No, I don't agree. I think it is... dialogue is consistent. Every now and then there's dialogue I find that is just unrealistic and it's too artsy, it's too poetic. People don't talk like that. And pacing every now and then, I don't think it is the only usual bad aspects of the show. No, I think there's other aspects that arise. It's kind of like a hit or miss. You know, at any one moment, it could be the CGI, the digital blood, the budget, and then what you said. It has a couple things that it's true to as far as its weaker moments, and they pop up like randomly every now and then. But I wouldn't say it's like just that all throughout the time. The rest is mediocre at worst, in my opinion. That's what Fora de Hora said. I love JDM Negan. Where'd he go? Do you think we'll get a smaller TV-only villain between the New Beginning and the Whispers? I don't think we should. Night, Ronnie. Good night, Rick Grimes from the comic series. Tara, Jesus, Karl have the worst actors of the show. Do you agree, Ronnie? No, I do not. I think the way they're writing Jesus, I think the actor who plays Jesus can handle the role if they want to give him a different role. They made Jesus a different character from the comic books. Listen, it's Jesus, but it's not. It's like Carol. She's not comic Carol, but she is. She's based off comic Carol, but she's nothing like it. Jesus is based off comic Jesus, but he ain't nothing like comic Jesus. I don't blame that on the actor. That's on the writing team and the decision to make that the way it is. Tara can hold it down. Again, the way they write the character, it could be a number of things. It doesn't fit. For me, there's a handful of scenes that don't vibe. In season 4, I love the Tara scenes with Glenn. Like, there's scenes that work. There's moments that work. Her with the governor, her moving around, her with Glenn, and introducing to the group. There's a lot of scenes that work. Lately, she's feeling like a character that just needs to go already. Like, her time is up. We have the worst actors on the show. As far as Karl, he's hit or miss too. He needs some work, but again, he's a young guy. I don't even want to imagine how awful I'd be if I was, 18-year-old actor, rapper. Fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying. All right. Thanks, Ronnie. All right, yeah, it was a good episode. Wish it was a bit longer, though. Yeah, too. Hey, Ronnie, much respect. Keep the good work up. Doomsday Kingdom is as bad as Fear. Laugh out loud joking. Doomsday. I don't know why I threw Kingdom in there, because it would have been a plug. Mary, I'm blind. Different than yours. Someone disagrees. I don't know what that is. Do you think Judith will be as old as when she was in a hallucination in the beginning? We don't know if that's a hallucination or not, so I don't know how to answer that. If it's a hallucination, then I think she's going to be dead. If it's a hallucination, she's dead. She's definitely dead. If it isn't a hallucination, then she might be alive. But then again, yeah, if it's not a hallucination, idiot, she's alive. If it's a hallucination, she's dead. I think they showed too many timelines. I don't agree with that in this episode. For me, I'm fine with that. If they don't tie them together in the next episode, it would make the worst premiere ever. Would you agree? No, I don't agree with that at all. If they don't tie them up in the next couple episodes, I don't think this is something you do 2 episodes and then you change it. I think this is something you do for 3 or 4 episodes, maybe 5 episodes. Again, maybe the first half. This isn't something you do 2 random episodes and then you go back to chronological timeline. I don't think that at all. But I will agree, if they don't tighten it up overall and make them fit together smoothly, then yes, it's bad. People saying garbage episode or smoking something. No offense, maybe it wasn't as great as you thought. Would have been, loved it, but garbage, nah. I don't think it was garbage. I think they showed too much, and I think we didn't get enough. We got a lot shown to us, and they took all the awesome shit, all the awesome reveals are gone. You know what I mean? So how were we supposed to walk away from this episode going, what? They took the reveal things out of there. When they rolled up on the Sanctuary, it was so much better than the comics. Yeah, I think that was badass. Matt Deliciano. I can't do your name. I'm just calling you Matt from now on. You look like a white Tupac. Reptilian Queen, it's the nose ring. Reptilian Queen, how did you wanting Tara dead turn into something being an ass? Wait, how did me wanting Tara dead turn into someone being an ass? You must be talking to someone else. because I didn't say anything about that. Good night, Ronnie. Good job. Yeah, good night, Ronnie. What do you think Lauren Holden was such a bad Andrea? I think it's because of the role they gave her. It would have been great if she was still alive. She's hot too. Yeah, I think it's how they wrote her back in season 2, especially in season 3. This was awful. Evan says, hey Ronnie, what do you think about Fear crossover to Walking Dead? I think it's dumb. Hey Ronnie, I like Ronnie and his videos. Thank you very much. Rosita, damn, some type of answer still. Why do people try to rush the season, let it play out? Well, that's another thing. We do get a little rushed. I'm included. I rush some things as well. But yes, we do. Like, clearly episode 1 is not a standalone episode. No, obviously. It's not a boom, like season 7 episode 1 premiere. That's a standalone premiere. Even though it's not a standalone episode, you can watch that and it's got whoa, you know, because things change dramatically after that. Lots of things change after that. You go into different storylines and it progresses. But this, it's gonna, episode 2 is gonna feel like a part 2 of it. You get what I'm saying? And I think if we wait for that, we might like episode 1 better, you know. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm getting cotton mouth. I got to go into the kitchen and get a drink. I'm dead. I'm dead, people. Are we at that point? Yep, we're down to the last minute. And it's perfect timing. Would you agree that Dwight being the one to take out Negan? No. Would be satisfying? No, that would not be satisfying at all. Dwight taking out Negan, never. Never. That wouldn't satisfy me at the least bit. If he helps trap him for the final ending, that would work. What if Enid dies with Judith? No, Enid's still got to go on to the new beginning. How long until... And I'm not saying you guys all need to agree with this. When I'm being quick with it, I'm saying for my preferences. Awkward Angel, how long until Negan dies? He's not dying this season. Annoys me. And keep in mind, even if he doesn't die this season, he might not annoy you next season because of the situation will change. Okay, we're done now. We're at 2 hours, and I got to go get a drink, and I got to take my ass to bed. Thank you very much for coming out. Charmander says, he means don't disrespect, but you need to do a better job of finding mods. These guys mute people like crazy. Charmander, no, we've been through this. If there's a ton of spam, you know, if you're asking 1,000 questions, and we've been through this a while ago, I haven't ran across a comment of yours that has been muted. I'm scrolling up. Yeah, there's nothing muted. Look at your right here. I read your comment. You're not muted. Here you are again, Ronnie, Lauren. You're not muted, and I read your question. I'm going up, 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 up. Where are we at? Up, up, up. Here you are again. Wait, here's a timed out. Timed out. Taylor Ryder for 30 seconds. I don't know why. Let me see why. Charmander, Mr. Taylor Ryder, right here. Ronnie, are you just singling out the Quran, or do you still dislike all... Yeah, that's a stupid question. Get out of here. Yes, I dislike all religions. Religion is stupid. Boom. We're not here to talk... We're here to talk about The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead and entertainment. Yeah. Charmander, me and you, one day we're going to go at it. You do this little shit, and then you get triggered because someone timed you out. Fall back, bro. I'm not someone who likes ghosts. I don't like religion. I don't believe in curse words. Catch those E's, Ronnie. I'm going right now. Good night. All right. Thank you very much for everyone hitting the like button, coming in, chit-chatting with us. Thank you very much for everyone with the super chats. Thank you very much for the mods, especially since Charmander wants to give you guys a huge shout out. I think it's a good reminder to thank the mods for coming by and helping us out. And yes, I am the biggest swinging dick in all of YouTube. So I'm going to swing longer and faster until we get liftoff. And in ending, Charmander, because this is interesting. I don't know how you're not processing this, but the mods aren't snowflakes because they're removing questions that don't fit. No one's like, that hurt my feelings. We're talking about Walking Dead. We're not trying to get trapped into your, oh, Ronnie hates the Quran. He hates Muslims. He hates black people too. Even though just simply not true. But you're trying to trap people in stupid questions. You did it last live stream as well. Good night, people. And Godzilla, again, give that credit card a break, bro. I appreciate this. We're going to have to do a special video for Godzilla alone because holy shit, his credit card is screaming, help me! One more you have to read Punisher quote. Oh, hold on. Did you already do it? One more. I still have one more, Ronnie. I'm sorry. Get it in. You have to hit them up right back. Yeah, you hit them, they get right back up. I hit them, they stay down. Yeah, that quote was badass. That was in Daredevil. I love that shit. He brings, for anyone who hasn't seen that, he brings Daredevil up to the roof, and Daredevil doesn't want him killing people. And Punisher is just like, are you shitting me? You hit them and they get back up. I hit them and they stay down. John Bernthal, he rocks it in that scene, especially. Go check that out. All right, I would love to sit here and shoot the shit more, but we got to go. Again, all the thank yous. I'm going to wrap them up and shoot them back at you. Come by later in the week for another vid sometime tomorrow. Good night.